Alright guys, welcome back to part 3 for my Shining Force 2 walkthrough for speed running. I am No Worries, and this is your Battle 3. It's pretty straightforward. If you remember Battle 2, it is in fact like the same battle. In fact, in many ways, it is the same battle, except we traded out one Ooze for the huge bat. So let's briefly talk about what happened at the end of Battle 2 and leading up into Battle 3. So, at the end of Battle 2, there were up to 3 items that we could have picked up. There was the Power Water and Mithril that are below Grand Seal in the cave. And then in this town here of Eel, there's the Healing Seat. You can pick them up at any time. I generally pick up the Power Water and Mithril later, after Battle 5, which is the Grand Seal Siege. You can pick them up at any time. This does lead me to make mention of one thing. There are certain battles where Bowie will have his position reset by the game, or just kind of left in free form. And basically what that means, like, if Bowie was standing in this position and the battle ended, he'll be right here if it's like a free form battle. If it's a reposition battle, then regardless of where he ends up, he'll be like right there if that's where he gets repositioned. So like this battle and the previous battle, and the Gizmo battle, most of these early on battles are freeform. Depending on where Bowie ends up, kind of dictates what you want to do. So, like, for instance, if Bowie was towards the bottom of the screen, near the cave, you could go ahead and grab that stuff then. Otherwise, if he's closer to you, you just want to go there. Similarly, like, we want to finish this battle closer to Hal's house. So, that being said, we start here with our 4 people. You could have just 2 people, you could have all 4 people. We're going to go ahead and pretend that you have all 4 people, and we'll talk about what to do in all of the cases. So if you remember what we talked about last time, there's not much to say here. All the enemies are creeping enemies except for these 2 guys up here. Similar to last time, those guys are linked together, and they will start creeping once most of the enemies are defeated on the map, but generally these guys are going to just patrol back and forth. These guys are all going to just start moving slowly together. So the rat, or the bat, similar to the rat, can move 6 spaces. So let's kind of talk about the range of this movement. So the rat starts here. The rat can move pretty far. So like if you were to move not to the trees here, but to this spot right above the trees, the rat can make it. So that's the 6 spaces it can make. The Ooze still can move 4 spaces. We're not going to worry too much about the Ooze. So like the big deal here is like you could move Bowie up. You could buy a 6 move. You could move him up here to attack the Ooze. I wouldn't do this unless the rat has moved, just because it's a little risky, because if none of these guys have moved, you move him up, and then you can see right here he's about to get gangbanged, and level-wise, hopefully Bowie's 3, hopefully Jaha's 3, and hopefully both Chester and Sarah are gone, because we don't need them. So, at level 3, Bowie is still taking like 4 damage from a rat, so he's still going to die pretty quickly. So like we still have to be aware of that. We need to be careful. So like this is where the rat could attack. So what I would recommend doing, and this is kind of irrelevant of how the enemies move, is I would put Bowie here, and then just move Sarah and Jaha out best that we can. See, like, here's one reason to have Chester dead. If Chester's dead, Jaha starts right here. Jaha can move up further. So like, we really don't need Chester, because if Chester's alive, Jaha being back here can only move out a couple spaces as opposed to coming up much further. In an ideal environment, we go before the Ooze. That way the Ooze will come down and attack. And the enemies are going to just kind of slowly creep down. There's just not much to be said about this battle. It's pretty straightforward. The big thing to just be aware of is that this bat can move 6 spaces, so it's going to, like 1, 2. That's turn 1, and then 1, 2. So, like, I think it's about after 3 turns, you have to be very aware of where the bat can move, because it's going to be able to be within attack range as it slowly creeps across the battlefield. The rest of these things are just going to come right at you. Come at me, bro, kind of thing. Whereas, and then, like I said, these guys will start creeping once most of the rest of the enemies are dead and gone. The bat does a lot of damage. It's on par with the rat. It is a little bit more vulnerable because it flies, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. You know, that's really about it. There's, like I said, there's really not much to be said. This is a pretty straightforward battle. The main things is just try to keep it fast. The big thing here is just really levels. You really are looking for Jaha to be level 6, 5 or 6, mostly 5. I said 6, I already take it back. It's level 5. You're looking for Bowie to be either level 4, close to level 5, or just level 5. Like, there are some advantages. If Bowie is level 4, then at the beginning of the next battle, he dies in only 3 attacks, which is obviously faster than dying in 4 attacks, which is if he's level 5. But at level 5, he's got a little bit more attack, so, you know, that's also strong, too. You definitely don't want him to be level 6. At level 6, he is much tankier, and it screws up all of the, everything that's okay in the world kind of thing. So, like, we definitely don't want to do that. So, like, this is really all there is to be said about this battle. Because it's so short, I'm going to go ahead and combine it with the other battle. So, you know, we go into heal, we get Kazin, we grab the healing drop, which is located on the right treasure chest. So then let's just quickly, because this next one is also equally fast as well. So this is battle 4. This is the getting caught battle. So because Bowie dies in this battle, it's important to go ahead and take advantage of that. So, like I said, this is pretty fast because basically everybody else, we're going to move them up into this corner. This corner. This is safety corner. Bowie can move down to right here. I recommend that we move him down to that spot because the rest of the enemies are going to move up. So where's my Golem guys at? I might have been right next to him. Yeah, here we go. Golem soldier. So yeah, make him large. And then we'll do the huge bat also. So like, we can move Bowie down here. These guys are just going to move over and attack him. And as soon as he dies, the battle ends. We could fight this battle, but it's speedrun, guys. We don't want to do this. We want to get done. This whole thing, whole shindig, takes like 2 minutes. We just want to move him down, move everybody else up, end O story. And then with that, you know, the battle ends and we go into the next stage. So, you know, we'll see you back for part 4. Alright. Thanks for watching.